matchup for you here between the Baltimore Ravens and the New York Giants. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Again, it's Barkley. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. The Giants at 0-5, just a dismal start to the year. And they come in pretty desperate here for a win.
And think about this too, partner. We have not heard the dreaded vote of confidence yet from management. So when a team's 0-5, everyone starts wondering about their jobs. Will they still have one? That's coaches on down. They've got to find a way to throw that out of their minds and band together and play better football.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Bad time to get a delay of game penalty there. Not that there's a good time, but that makes it 3rd and 6. Throwing Jones. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Now Jones.
Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here.
Got your best friend hanging out the arm though. Got game like I'm dropping me a console. No, I don't swim, but I give up. Nah, flex. While you there looking depressed, feel the get up in your chest while I soak up my success. Getting tokens for your stress. I'll be making all the checks anytime you see me step on a stage. Acting real soft like my skin coming beige. Gonna step out and with him, girl, you fake. Try to get it out, but you handsome. You ain't dance on. Tell your boyfriend, go and put your pants on. Down. The best friend. She went and did the same thing. I'm really mad, but she won't know. Everything has gotta be cool when we living so cold. Feel it in your bones. You ain't gonna feel it till I'm gone. Caught up in your feelings, now you froze. And everything around you getting cold. The chill is in my bones. Caught up in my feelings, now I'm froze. I don't really feel it till you gone. And everything around me getting I'm gonzo, headed where the homie live, cause it's on, yo. I was chasing 3 women like I'm Mojo Jojo, so my girl got mad and she my bro. Monica, you're wrong, though. That's against a bro code. Headed to his home, though. No, we living solo. Vertebrae, got this broken to his place. It's shit in space, yeah. From then I say it's evidence you entertain my loyalty to infiltrate. The only woman that I claim to risk your life to get some strange. All my anger is a pain. You didn't know that I'm a saint. I will blow your up, then I again. Gone. Feel it in your bones. You ain't gonna feel it till I'm gone. Caught up in your feelings, now you froze. And everything around you getting cold. The chill is in my bones. Caught up in my feelings, now I'm froze. I don't really feel it till you gone. And everything around me getting.
We're situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Baltimore Ravens and the New York Giants. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They begin with a run by Barkley. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Second down, here's Barkley again. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Jones. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. 31 yards on the punt there. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Here's a give to Dobbins running right.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
First carry for Kenyon Drake. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. They stay on the ground with Drake. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
He'll try and run for the first with Edwards. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there and gives him a new set of downs. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold him to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide.
Touchdown! Mark Andrews, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Ravens get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bowling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Yeah, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
For the right play, yeah.
That too.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a first down. Looking to throw. Jones. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
Tyus Bowser blowing that play up.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
To try again after the sack. Jones being chased out left. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles, and then get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
On 3rd down, Jackson.
That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown.
Coaches preach all the time about opportunities and taking advantage of them, and he did exactly that. I used to have the coach told us all the time, a lost opportunity is never regained. Well, no regrets here. He picked that one off and took it to the house.
Extra point try good by Gano. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Takes it at the 7.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Back to the air, Jackson following the pick 6.
That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
And partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack, because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he's got room. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Giants have moved out in front. Gano the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
This one fielded at the 5. And able to get this out to the 25.
Offense set at the line for this next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Up the middle they go with Drake. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson.
That's into the hands of the tight end Boyle. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
On 2nd down, it's Drake. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Now it's Jackson.
That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay.
And in for the Ravens touchdown.
I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And if you're looking for proof of his speed, Next Gen Stats shows that he was traveling just over 21 miles an hour there.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 14. this one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one. Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. He'll rifle this one deep right side, and that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Giants. Darius Slayton, 69 yards. And the Giants are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead is now 21-14. touchdown here to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4, 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
On 2nd down, it's Edwards. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held them to no gain.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Jackson. Open man is Duvernay. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Jackson on 1st down. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants.
Jones now throwing on 3rd and long.
Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones.
That'll be caught. It's Tony.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. The end result, 21 yards.
Kadarius Toney really created headlines with a 10-catch game as a rookie, but couldn't stay healthy enough to build on it. Still had over 400 yards in his first campaign and should blow by those numbers with a full season in 2022. Nice first down pickup for the speedster right there.
Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
The Giants at 0-5, just a dismal start to the year. And they come in the midst of a pretty bad stretch here. Losers of 5 straight.
And far be it from me to go ahead and go gloom and doom, right? If they fall down 7-0, 14-0, all of a sudden the cycle starts all over again. So the best way out of this for them, they need something to happen positive early in this game. That's a great way to help break this losing skid.
On 2nd and 7, Jones. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
I got kicked out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
And just a yard to go here on 2nd down.
Back to throw. Jones. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Odafe Owe. And the Ravens are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback to just throw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is, you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game, telling all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I always find myself cheering for them after they intercepted. Unfortunately here, he couldn't make it into the end zone.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
From midfield now, here's Jackson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And they finally put an end to this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ballgame.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Looking to throw. Jones.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
Jones to throw on 3rd down.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Kyle Fuller.
And the Ravens are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll run with Edwards here to begin the drive. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Right back to Dobbins on first.
And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And that one going to come up short. Low throw. So we've reached halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the Giants out in front. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. Set at the line for this next drive.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw into the hands of Boyle here.
And that's good for a gain of 6. And 3rd and 8 now. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On 3rd down, Drake. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll kick it away for the second time. A 40-yard punt, no return, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
And the delay of game penalty makes this much more difficult. 3rd and 8. Off the play fake. Jones. And that
is incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. That's taken on the 25. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and the Ravens, they'll take over. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at about the 32.
He'll start with a handoff to Dobbins.
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42.
54 yards on the ground for him so far.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd and short, they'll try option left. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st.
Well, so much for that possession.
Yeah, I think he tried to do a little too much there, partner. He tried to keep it himself. Ended up getting buried in the backfield, and that brings up 4th down.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to kick it away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Kyle Hamilton picks it.
And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here.
They'll run with Dobbins.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or two in this situation.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
One more time with Dobbins.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
They'll try and pound it in with Drake. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Throwing is Jackson. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with a football. An incompletion there on 4th and goal from the 3. And this Giants defense able to come up with a goal line stand. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They begin with and he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And a costly turnover there as the ball will be spotted 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Well, that sure started out as a good example of what they call backed up or coming out on offense, meaning you're backed up close to your own goal line. Big-time emphasis on practicing that to try and create some room at no less to give the punter a chance to kick the ball away. It means take care of the ball, try and create some space. They were doing that, and the ball comes free. Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way.
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the 3rd. Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
After the encroachment penalty, here's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Jones. That ball caught by Slayton. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Forced out to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
It's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's caught inside the 20.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He'll look to Gesicki on the out route. Ball is caught. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
To throw again on second down. Jones. This is caught. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Barkley again. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Giants answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Gano the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15. Jackson now down around his goal line. And oh, that is going to be a safety. So that a double whammy. Not only do you have to give away the football, but the 2 points, that means this is now a 2-score game.
Yeah, and that's tough to deal with, isn't it? This little time left. Those 2 points doesn't seem like a lot, but it means everything now. Those are going to be the ones we're going to look back on. Those 2 points right there, the play of the game.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. He'll drop it off with Saquon Barkley. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. He'll get this up to about the 44.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants. Throwing, Jones. Under pressure, and they got to him again. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Here's Brett Kern now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today.
Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a two-score game, and they need... And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown. And the defense, they were all over that. As soon as that ball was in the air, it was dangerous. Not only was it intercepted, CD, but they return it for the touchdown.
Yeah, and he read that the entire way. He was reacting before other players had a chance to react themselves. Had the determination to say, this just won't be a pick. It's going to be 6 points as he takes it the other way to the end zone.
And there's a quick momentum swing. INT return for a pick six, and then the 2-point conversion good.
And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing defense. Everyone's scrambling for their helmets and throwing down their cups of water. That's a great position for them to be in, trying to score against that team. A little bit disjointed.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And you hate to see this for them, but they're looking at yet another loss to begin this season. Things really going from bad to worse as they trail here starting this drive 1st and 10 in the 4th quarter. On 2nd and 7, Jackson. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good...
And now here's another interception. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. So now, just like that, things change dramatically. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he loses the football a 2nd time. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. So the turnover forced and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
On 1st down, Drake.
And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
That's going to be caught, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Ravens have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. So 2 scores down, time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And this is going to be covered up by the Giants. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
Jones throw taken in by Slayton. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. Here's Jones to throw. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Ravens are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. And now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air. And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. One last shot for Jackson. Under pressure, they got him again. Well, this was a fun one today if you like points.
Yeah.